In this video, I buy a fine piece of British engineering. No, it isn't that. Don't worry. Well, good morning from a Subaru Impreza. It is the last time I'm driving the Impreza, so that's the battery charger kicking in. Apologies to my neighbours, it's 7:20 in the morning and I'm firing up this noisy beast. But today's mission is particularly stupid. I'm driving to Peterborough and dropping this back at the publisher. Then I'm going to catch a train up to Alfreton in Derbyshire and pick up a car. And then I'm going to drive to Birmingham to visit a friend of mine. And then we're going to jump on a train, or she might watch the football and I might jump on a train and go to Hinckley in Leicestershire, where I'm going to collect a second car. I'm going to take the second car back to Birmingham, leave it at my friend's house, stay the night, and then I'm off back home tomorrow in the first car. So, are you with me so far? So yeah, let's get on the way. So yeah, today's Wednesday the 11th of July. We'll get back tomorrow, which will be the 12th of July. And then the day after is Friday the 13th. And that's when I'll be driving Little Took all the way to Festival of the Unexceptional. So, busy old week. I think we better do one last acceleration test just to remind me how horribly noisy this car is. That was a little more than 60. Well, an unexpected diversion. I'm aboard another Mondeo. The Impreza is currently burbling away in front of me, and I'm helping them move some cars around. So this is a Ford Mondeo Mark 1. I think it's a 2 litre. It must be a GLX. It's got very plush seats. Very nice. Manual windy sunroof. It's all good. It's a saloon as well, so that's pretty rare. Nice Peterborough people, let me out in the traffic. So of course, not the first Mondeo I've driven. I've driven another fairly early one, as you can see in an earlier video. It's the first automatic I've driven, and I'm already liking this. I'm certainly liking the peace and quiet compared to that ruddy Subaru. Time for the next stage of this journey. The delights of Peterborough train station. Unexpected bonus. Well, there goes my train, for I'm now in Alfreton, which has a nice bridge, and yeah, not a lot else. It seems quite empty here. Let's go and see what there is on offer. Stupidly, because I'm me, I'm here about an hour and a half early, but the train was only £10, so I'm going to take that. So I'm currently waiting at a Lidl for my mate Daz, who says he's got a Reliant to show me. So obviously now I'm a Fox owner, be nice to check out another Reliant, so I'll wait for him to turn up and see what that's like. Oh bloody hell. It's the Alfreton Alfresco taxi. I need one of those. Yeah. Hello, sir.
Hello there.
Well, this is different.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh yes, it has got a wind screen of sorts.
Yes.
Minimalist.
We've got the chassis all exactly as it was, the running gear and everything else as it was, the engine's where it was when it was made. It's got uprated rear shock absorbers on it, set of aeros.
Blimey, so this was a Rialto, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. NakedRialto.com.
There is no chassis modifications as such. It's been reclassified as an open body tricycle. So
that's quite insane. Oh well, better go for a ride, really. Well, this is all a bit surreal then. And probably a bit windy as well, I should think.
It's not too bad.
It'll be bad for the sound on my camera.
Yes, more than likely. And again, the camera there reflects the block a bit.
All a bit strange. Windswept. Trying desperately not to drop my camera. Right, you're a bit blurry because you're in a protective wallet. But, let's see how this goes. Feels very strange. Gear levers between my knees. I have to remember it's brake with a pedal, not pushing the handlebars down. So open to the elements. Born to be wild. Oh, don't pull out in front of me, Mr. Man. So yeah, trying to record an actual drive round on this remarkable beast was not very easy, so I didn't really do it apart from this bit of shaky footage. But let's take you through the controls first of all. We've got the clutch down here, brake down there, which I had to remember, don't push the handlebars down, that's not going to work. Otherwise it's all pretty as you'd expect. Here is the gearbox, so there is the gear lever. We have lights, we have indicators, all mod cons really. That was a reversing camera, but it doesn't work. The rear view is mostly of the rear seat. But yeah, it's certainly a bit different, isn't it? Fantastic. Here we go then. The new car, a slightly dented Rover 45, but I'd like to point out the best bit, and it's not the bird crap on the boot lid. It's a V6 with a tow bar. I bet towing with this is great. It's a connoisseur, which is kind of top spec, but thankfully it's got cloth rather than leather. So this is the car I'm hoping will be better than a Subaru. And already those seats are better. I've actually got support for my shoulders. Yeah, there's some cleaning to be done, but that's fine. We've got the oh wow, yeah, that's the Rover concept, because they thought that car would replace this one. It never did, which I'm quite glad of, because that's really ugly. We've got the original stereo, we've got a bonus raffle ticket. I wonder what that's for. I could have won something. It's been there a while because it's only slightly pink. We've got a stone, we've got some coins, some random screws. Maybe we'll find out what they're for at some point. There's aircon, which I know doesn't work. Oh, this is all good, I think. Same old stalks you get in everything, including the Honda SMX, although the other way around on that. Not my favourite stalks, I'll be honest. And I'm not sure about the style of those dials either. But having had a Rover 414 before, of this shape, I think we're going to get along just fine. But I need... No, that's not the time at all. That's entirely wrong. But I need to get to Birmingham because I've got another car to pick up. we go then. Got about 60 miles to do back to Birmingham, and then we buy another car. But I don't like the look of the tyre pressures, and we appear to be running on fumes, so I think petrol station is the first bet. But because I'm going to need my camera for navigating home, I'm going to have to record further experiences with this car a bit later on. But so far, yeah, there's a hint of flaky build quality, as you'd expect from a Rover, but feels smooth enough. I mean, I can hear the bumps, but I'm not being jolted around like I was in the Subaru. This should hopefully be a nice car. Oh, well, that was fun. I just thought I'd check the tyre pressures, and I'm glad I did, because both the rear ones were low. One of the rear valves jammed, so I could hear this hissing sound, and it had gone completely flat, but fortunately I've still got money left in the tank. Oh, that's quite nice. I think I could get used to that. See, after the Lexus, I decided I would like some luxury in my life. The problem is, I didn't want luxury that came at quite such a size, shall we say. The Lexus was just annoyingly big, trying to squeeze it into spaces, trying to get it down tiny Welsh lanes, whereas this feels very nice. I'm going to leave the sunroof open because it's ventilation, and it is rather necessary to have some. But yeah, look forward to seeing how I get on with this car. But stage one is get to Birmingham, although I think I might need to... Oh, there's the downside of a 2-litre V6. I'm having to put my foot down to go up a very slight hill. Well, 20 miles in, and yeah, I'm liking this car. It is smooth and peaceful and comfortable. I do rather wish the air conditioning actually worked. I may have to look into that. I suspect there's a whole condenser, but I'll see what I can do. Because it is quite muggy today, even though it's not sunny. And maybe I'll open the sunroof again for a bit more ventilation. But yeah, tonight's not going entirely to plan. I'm running a bit behind. I need to find some food, which I've managed not to do yet, but then time is of the essence, so I haven't got much time for food. I may have to go to a fast food place. It's not something I greatly enjoy, but yeah, time is not on my side. And the reason time is not on my side is at the moment England are playing in the World Cup semi-final, and my hope was that I could go and collect car number 2 of this mission and get back to Birmingham before that match finishes. That's not looking likely, and it's worrying because I'm either going to encounter jubilant fans who are smashing stuff up, or really depressed fans who are maybe smashing stuff up even more. Slightly worrying times. See, none of these people are watching the match. We are just on the A45 approaching Birmingham, where I need to go to my Airbnb for the night and find some food, and then I've got more collection capers to go. It's going to be a bit of a long day. Okay, the roads are getting quieter now, but we're well into the second half, and my plans have gone wrong because trains are rubbish. And because I've ended up running so late, there basically aren't any trains. So I'm now going to have to go and collect the second car in the first car, which means one of those cars is going to have to be left in Leicestershire, because I can't drive more than one car at a time. So that's not ideal. The whole plan is to try and leave one of them in Birmingham. So we're going to have to go and collect a car tomorrow as well, so doubling up on the journey. Not really ever so good. Nonetheless, I have a V6 and it sounds a lot nicer than a diesel. I'm driving along the M6 again. I drove along this bit this morning in the Impreza. This is rather more refined. We're now 75 miles in, and yeah, I'm liking this a lot. I'm going to have quite an early start tomorrow because I've got to pick this car up. Then I've got to go and do some work tomorrow afternoon before heading back home. So yeah, what was I thinking? Blimey, how's that for a spot? We're on the M6 motorway. It's one of those old Daihatsu Jeeps. That's amazing. And there is car number 2. That, my friends, is the Daewoo Matiz I bought brand new in 1989. Wow. Better go and have a closer look, I reckon. I can tell it's my Matiz because that mark in the door that's going slightly rusty was made by a friend of mine with her face. Wow, it's been a long time, Matiz. Right, this is it then. The deal is done. I've just paid £100 to get my Matiz back, and just adjust the mirrors because they're nowhere near where I need them to be. I'm wondering if I fit these blind spot mirrors or if someone else has. I mean, they're a good idea and all. You can hear the exhaust rattling around all over the place. It's not 100% happy, but we're going to leave the Rover here behind me, and I'm going to head back to Birmingham. Oh, got some fan belt screeching going on. Oh, got a CV joint going as well. Okay, the to-do list is growing with this car, but I need to drive, I need to turn this light off. So, more tomorrow. We'll just have one bit of a razz, shall we? She needs a bit of love. She needs a bit of love. Well, we made it. We're back in Birmingham where I'm staying for the night. I'm going to go to sleep, and then we're going to go and get the Rover again tomorrow. Still, I've been reminded what a great little car the Matiz is. It's comfortable, surprisingly perky, smaller engine than the Nipper, but it's got more grunt. So yeah, I'm pleased with my £100 purchase. Well, it's the morning after, and there's something that's not particularly useful. The interior mirror. The sun fell off, so that wasn't great. But look, that's a bit posh. It didn't have that when I had it. It had some awful Sony head unit that came standard from Daewoo UK and wasn't very good. Anyway, I need to find breakfast, park this car somewhere, and then go and collect the Rover, which is now about 60 miles away. I got that wrong. It's not 60 miles away, it's more like 20, I think. Well, it isn't quite as clean as I remember. It had a coolant pipe blow, which is why there's remnants all around there. But I've just had to put probably a litre of water in to the coolant. You can tell this is also puked at some point. Suspiciously like Radwell's been put in it. It's always encouraging. But it has had the head gasket replaced apparently, which is a bit of a weakness. Another weakness is a coolant leak from the inlet manifold, and quite how you're meant to see that from here, I have no idea at all. Fun times ahead, I think, and I love how the headlamp seems bigger than the engine. Well, I'm here at Birmingham Moor Street. I've left the Matiz in Acots Green at my friend's house, and that was the first train, which was running late. I now need to go to another station where I have missed my connecting train, so I've got a wait of about an hour. But I suppose there are worse places to lose yourself for an hour than Birmingham, so I'm going to have a quick walkabout. I found a piano at New Street Station. But is it any good? It's quite broken. Right, here we are back in glamorous Hinckley. Oh, it's busy along here today. Hopefully one of the vehicles along here is a certain Rover. Here she is in all her dented splendour. All the tyres still seem to have air in. I think, given I'm using this car for a business trip this afternoon, I think we should go and get it cleaned. There's a window that isn't quite going up properly for some reason. Might have to look into that as well. Managed to fix it. It had gone the wrong side of the seal, so now it goes up as it should. Right, we need to get moving and get washing. Beading. I wouldn't normally go for an automatic car wash, and I was nervously watching the mirrors because I thought they might get ripped off, but it's a car I've paid less than £400 for. I'm not that precious about it, and I do want it to be clean as quickly and as easily as possible. Well, that's looking a whole lot more presentable. That wheel's even come up fairly clean. That wheel, not so much. Still, that's actually quite a smart looking car now. Right. I've tried vacuuming the interior, but clearly there's been a dog in here. There's dog hair everywhere, but not a bad place to be, I don't think. Talking of places to be, I now need to be in Stratford, so I better go. The back of the car is actually the coolest place to be at the moment, and leg room is just about acceptable thanks to the scalloped back of the seat. But it's worth remembering, this is a small car. But I was just going through the specifications of the 45, and you see you're not meant to put the numbers, you're meant to actually price it out, just like they did in the old days with the Rover 3.5. So this is a club saloon with the V6 engine, so that's the base model club. Sorry, the base model V6. The V6 was only available in the saloons, which does have a folding back seat, so that's mildly practical. And it gets posh things like air conditioning, power door mirrors, electric front windows, CD tuner, heated front seats, headlamp power wash, front fog lamps, coronet alloy wheels, which look a nightmare to clean, comfort pack, whatever that is, an arbor cloth trim. So this is Neptune blue arbor trim. Let's go and find out the actual technical specs. So it's 2 litre V6 engine, 150 PS, so that's probably about 148 brake horsepower. It's not the most in the world. 185 newton meters of torque, which I can't convert into pound-foot off the top of my head. But it's not a vast amount, but then it is a small engine. Bearing in mind the turbo diesel has 240 newton meters of torque. They're quite brisk. Top speed 124 with a compulsory automatic gearbox, which is a 5-speed Jatco unit. 0 to 60 time 9.5 seconds. MPG reckons 42 extra urban and 32 combined, so I look forward to getting through the first tank and seeing how I've done against that. All very interesting, courtesy of the specs. Well, we're now up to 224.4 miles covered in the Rover. And yeah, this is feeling like one of my better moves. Having topped up the brake fluid, the warning light on the brakes has gone away, so that's good. Still having problems with the 12 volt power outlet. Pressed really hard, I can just about get some electricity, but it doesn't last. So I can't record an awful lot more because I'm running out of battery. But yeah, so far I'm liking it a great deal. It's quite hilarious when you put it in sport mode, because it doesn't seem to go any faster. It just revs to about 7,000 RPM, which is quite amusing. It just sounds desperately frenetic. So it's best just to waft. Wafting this car does quite well. Although going up hills, you do quickly run out of grunt, so it will downshift once or twice. But that's alright, because it sounds nice. Because the engine bay is very well sound insulated, it's fairly peaceful, even when it's being frenetic. There's quite a bit of wind noise and road noise, even though I've now got everything shut. The sunroof's not quite as loud as it was in the Lexus. That was terrible. But yeah, a fair bit of wind noise from either the mirrors or the windows, I'm not quite sure. The ride is nice and composed. I don't think it's quite as good as the Rover 414 of this shape that I owned some years ago. But that really was some years ago. It must be about, well, how long? Must it be at least 10 years, maybe 11 or 12. So yeah, there you go. Latest purchases. A Rover 45 for £375, and a Daewoo Matiz for £100. Both of which are probably going to need some more money spending on them, but it just shows you what great value out there is. For those who want to know, this is a December 2000, I think, on an X plate, and the Matiz I bought in, I think I bought that in August 1999. Being too impatient to wait for the V plate to come out just 1 month later. I was young, foolish, and well, clearly I was young and foolish. I bought a car on finance, brand new. But yeah, I look forward to seeing how those two progress. So thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe before you go, and I shall see you in a future video. Who knows what in? Farewell.